Good evening to you. How the devil are you? George Martin. Yeah, what can you say? First of all, a bit of light entertainment. Yes, bit of light entertainment. Good evening, afternoon, morning, welcome to you. Copyright strike, if I get one then there'll be adverts on this video. Hopefully they'll let me use it anyway, but hopefully that was obscure enough version of that it will get through and no one will notice what I was doing. Shh, shh, shh. Okay, beer of the day. Oh, here we go. Ghost Ship by Adnams, 4.5%. 4.5%. If I seem to be doing this a bit and ducking, it's because I'm using the different phone. I'm using the one on the camera, and this has a carrying thing with a leathery thing on it, and there's one of them that goes over the top, and it's just there, just right there as I'm looking. Hang on, there. If my head's here, there's a big thing on the top of the screen just blocking it out, so I'm constantly doing that, even though I know I've got loads of headroom. Watch her. What you need to do is put something like a glove. Yeah, the glove, we all have them, they're easy to find. Anyway, you don't have to. Ghost Ship, there's a great psychological experiment you can play with this, and I do this every time I go into a pub now where they sell this. Someone asked, can I buy you a beer? So my mate Blaze, I was down the pub with him the other night after the recording session, and they had this on. I said, oh yeah, brilliant. I said, I have a goat shit. He said, what's it, goat shit? I said, oh, ghost ship, sorry, you know. He went to order it, he asked for a goat shit. And I'm sure the next time the bloke went to serve it, he called it that as well. So, Adnams goat shit. It's damn good stuff actually. It's a parley arley, as they say. Hang on, pale ale. For you Americans, I don't know how you pronounce it. You pronounce it leather, for God's sake. What's wrong with people? Leather's what comes off a cow. Make leather boots, leather hat. There he is. He's looking a bit stern today anyway. Wow, I mean, I've probably told you before, I think probably mentioned it before, about Sgt. Pepper and what that meant to me, that album. We had it on a reel-to-reel tape recorder in our house when I was growing up, when I was a kid. Very, very, very young. Must have been pretty soon after it came out. 67, 68, 68 I think it came out, wasn't it? And that's about how old I was, 3 or 4 at the time, so that makes about a bit of sense. And one of my earliest memories is having this reel-to-reel tape recorder and playing the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper that my mum and dad's friends, recorded probably via a microphone, so there was doors shutting and phones going off and people coughing in the background. But that thing, one of my earliest memories, is reeling the tape off at the end and then reeling it all the way back and, you know, doing all that and then setting it up again and listening to it and just being obsessed with this bloody thing. And you get these albums, you know, you get these stupid surveys and questions and all that sort of stuff where marketing companies are just trying to suck all your data out of you. But if I ever have to do a list of my favourite albums or most important albums to me, Sgt. Pepper always goes at number one on that, regardless. And God, it was about 10 or 15 years ago. I hadn't heard it for quite a few years, and I got a copy. My mate was selling some CDs, and I got that and put it on, and it was just blisteringly good, timeless. But you look at how every track on that album is a completely different style and genre to the last one. You look at how bands put albums together these days, or you see a lot of bands live, and it's all the bloody same. You know, what George Martin was doing back then, you know, orchestral arrangements, and not just stringy, easy listening strings. He was sort of cutting up baroque arrangements and doing all sorts of weird, strange things, and doing stuff with recording techniques. You know, pretty much invented sort of the multi-tracking sort of thing. I mean, I'm probably maybe not invented it, but I know it was Sgt. Pepper had some groundbreaking stuff. I think they had a couple of 4-track or 8-track machines in there, and they basically strung them together and had the tape running all the way around the studio. Automatic double tracking ADT, I think that was an Abbey Road, possibly a George Martin thing as well. I think running the tape through two machines to get sort of an echo, a delay on it. Things we just stomp on with our foot these days. But yeah, huge loss, and yeah, it's quite weird. This album that me and Blaze have been mixing, just thinking about some of the decisions, some of the production and arrangement decisions we've done on that, and you know, I'm not comparing us to the Beatles, don't worry, or George Martin or anything, but you know, things that you just take on board from listening to this music all your life, and yeah, just we're recording a tune with an acoustic guitar and a vocal, and it's like, well, let's stick a string section on there and see what happens. And it's just, you can relate all this stuff back to all that. Anyway, so cheers, George. I'm sure if the Angels are playing their harps up there, he'll slightly rearrange them and put the mics in the right position. It'll sound amazing. So good stuff. Oh, it's nice beer, that is. It's nice beer. Adnam's goat shit. Goat shit. But stingy bastards of the year. Look at this. Look at this. You buy that beer and it says win beer for a year, right? Win beer for a year, and you think, wow, that's just going to be so much. That's going to be ridiculous. How much is that going to be? And they look on it and it says, look, win beer for a year. Blah blah blah. 12 times 500ml bottles. That's this. I think, excellent, 12 of those a day I can get through, and it's gone per month. I looked up what? And I looked, I've got 3 of these, look, and it says the same, 12 500ml bottles a month, you stingy. I mean, that's 144 bottles a year. What the hell are you meant to, I mean, that's, right, 365 over 144. That's 1 bottle of beer every 2.534 something days. You die of bloody thirst. These people trying to kill us. I mean, a bottle of beer's got how many calories in it? It's got, doesn't say, quite a few. 180, probably half a pint, probably 180, 200 calories, 300 calories. If I'm only on one of these bottles every 2.5 days, I mean, I'm already, you know, fading. The only excess flab really is my earlobes, and they've got holes in. Just to, I mean, the Formula One. I'm a massive Formula One fan, and I walk quite fast when I'm out walking, not for pleasure, just to get somewhere. And so obviously it's marginal gains. So if I've got 3 holes in that, 4 holes in that ear, so that lightens the load a little bit. And if there's a high wind, it plays a chord as well. So that's quite cool. Oh dear me. These look a bit like Batman, so. But stingy, I mean, 144 bottles a year. I mean, what's that mean? 12 bottles a month. Well, what's a normal month? That's like roughly 30 days. So just don't make that stupid. I mean, what? 30 years. I worked out that's about 6 weeks worth of beer anyway. You know, 144 bottles, 144 over 6. What's that like? That's about 24 bottles a week, which is about 3 a day, plus or minus a few. That's about 6 weeks. So I've got 46 weeks where I'm sitting there, dry as a sodding bone. Bone, not boner, you filthy. You can stop, like, move away. Getting a bit down close. I caught him in the shower the other day trying to do a nude bathroom selfie. He's got himself a bloody, some twatagram, whatever it's called, where you stick your photo, your whatever it is on there. I don't bloody know. He was trying to take a nude bathroom selfie, but he's not got any arms, obviously. So I don't know how he got the door open in the first place. I dread to think, that's filthy. You disgusting pineapple! You disgust me. Oh, not you, obviously. He does, obviously, on a daily basis. Obviously, I haven't said anyway. Maybe I should have a drink for saying obviously. What do you think? What do you think? We have another mixing session coming up for the Blazing Chaos album. Thank you for asking. On the Easter Saturday, which is some day in Easter, 26th of March. So that's when we've got the next mixing day, and what we're going to hopefully get done is finish the Worldwide Suicide track we were doing and move on to another one, something a bit simpler, and hopefully get that one completed as well. I think I've said all that. Good stuff. Oh, yes. I've got written down here a good YouTube channel. Very cool, very interesting YouTube channel. I'll say it as it's written, and then I'll spell it out. As it's written, it's aipsong, but aipsong, aipsong, and I'll stick a link to one of his tunes. I think I'm going to put the tune Karina. I'm going to stick a link underneath the video in the description down here somewhere. Just a bit further. There. That's it. The bit in blue. You might have to press show on there. That's it. But yeah, some really cool stuff. He does groovy sort of music, electronics and guitars and things like that, and some pretty you know, visuals, really nice stuff. Some stuff much more subtle than other stuff, some stuff a lot less subtle. Check out this tune Karina though, brilliant use of guitar rhythm in that, really interesting, and the sound he uses, it's almost like, I'm still trying to work out whether it's a completely unplugged electric guitar or guitar plugged in and just cranked down as low as it will possibly go on the amp while still getting some sound. But it's very interesting, like hypnotic, mesmerising stuff. What have I written? There's another track called Read. I found that one pretty damn interesting, but I've played quite a few and some good stuff. So check him out. He's a decent guy. He gave us some help on helpful idea on the studio video I did the other day, and yeah, it was about that guitar squeak we had on the tune we were mixing. He's come up with the idea saying maybe use a de-esser on it and see if that can sort it out. So we may well have a look at that. We will definitely have a look at it. So we've managed to tweak this thing about to the point where we're pretty happy. But brilliant information. So it seems like a good guide. So yeah, aipsong, aipsong. Go check him out. Have some fun. Yeah, something new to listen to, and I say decent dude as well. So I've been looking at cheap plastic roundback slim guitars on eBay and various places, and I mean very cheap ones. I'm sort of thinking that I don't want to, if I go out and do an open mic thing, which I'm sort of trying to get my head and all my fear of outside and all that sort of business and being inside, and you know, I just need what I need to be really is sort of just have a door open, just have one leg outside. I'm at my happiest, but it's cold at the moment, and wind goes up your trouser leg and you get what's known as wind in the willows. And no one needs that, do they, Dave? You haven't got any legs. How does he know? He hasn't got any trousers, you filthy... what was I saying? Yes, looking at shallow, round-backed, cheapo guitars, maybe. There's some stuff by Crafter. There's a few of those going at the moment that are quite interesting. There was one by... I mean, I'm not looking at anything brilliant. Maybe even an Ovation Celebrity, possibly, but maybe even an Applause. Just something that's round-backed, so I've got all that deal going on with it. Slim, with an EQ in it that I can stick through the PA at the thing and just doesn't matter if someone treads on it. I mean, I'm looking at super cheap ideas here, so... but also Harley Benton do one. I've seen a few reviews, but the Crafter one looks pretty interesting. Yeah, just because I like that plastic thing, you know, it's just what I want really. I'd rather have a plastic bowl back than a shallow-bodied thing, just because tone plastic. And on that bombshell, are we allowed to say that? We're not, okay. I didn't say that. Take it easy, good people, and go out there and check some of what George Martin did and have a think about it. And if you're recording at home and doing stuff or arranging songs with your mates or whatever the hell it is you're doing, you can do a lot worse than go and pick on pretty much any old Beatles tune and have a listen and see what's been done to something quite simple with some basic kit and an awful lot of imagination. Take it easy, people. See you on the next one. Cheers.